Check out this new tool that I got that is an absolute game changer when it comes to sawing. And this removes just about all the stress on your hands, seeing that you don't have to hold the metal in place anymore, and it makes it extremely easy to move around. So this is the Easy Saw starter kit, and everything it comes with. So to start, it comes with 3 different adapter plates, so you can swap them out to fit your sawing needs. And then there's the Easy Saw clamp itself, which is a 360-degree rotating clamp. And as you can see, it's very easy to move. And this thing is pretty beefy, made of all high-grade machined aluminum. And it's all made right here in the US. And this is using the GRS bench mounting setup. So if you already have one of these like I do, it's as easy as just swapping out whatever you have on there now. And on the back side of this, there's a magnetic strip that you can use to hold your Allen wrench or extra saw blades. And to open the clamp up, you just need to loosen the 2 bolts on either side. And this is kind of spring-loaded, so it holds itself open for when you put your materials inside. And speaking of material, I'm going to be cutting this pattern out. And I actually engraved this into the metal using a laser in a previous video, but you really don't have to do anything that fancy. You can always print out the pattern and glue it to the metal. And for shapes that are not as complex, you can always use a template. But anyways, you just put your material in here and tighten down the 2 bolts to keep the piece in place. And with the clamp completely tightened down, your metal will not move from where you put it. And if you were just going to cut out the perimeter of your pattern, you just need to line up the 2 slots on the top and bottom to get your saw blade in. But before I do any of that, I'm going to switch out the bolts on this because I don't like having to use a tool to switch things out. And I'm just going to switch it out for these thumb screws. And I'll just put these to the side for now. And you should be able to use any of these saw frames to cut the perimeter of your pattern. That being said, anything smaller than the green lion won't work. And if you're going to be doing a lot of piercing cuts, you're going to need the saw frame from New Concepts. And seeing that the design I'm going to be cutting out has over 50 piercing cuts, I'm definitely going to be using that saw frame. And that's all thanks to the tension lever at the top of it. And all you have to do is remove the tension from the blade and loosen up the bottom thumb screw. And this releases the saw blade so you can thread it right through any of the holes. And then you can put everything back together and retension it with that lever. And this makes the entire process really quick and easy. And with my first couple cuts, I can feel that this is actually really helping. The metal is held into here so tight that there's absolutely no movement up and down whatsoever. And rotating this feels very fluid and natural with almost no pressure needed. And I can really see how this would help people with weak hands or arthritis, or anyone doing a bunch of detailed sawing work. And after cutting out this entire piece, I had no fatigue or pain in my hand, which was a major relief for me. And if you've done sawing work like this, you know just by looking at this that this took a lot of sawing. And I really do think I got some pretty good results out of this. But there are a few more features to this clamping setup, because sometimes you don't want it to rotate, so you can lock it in place with these pins. And these make it extremely sturdy. And when you're done with that, you just pull the pins out and it's back to being able to rotate. And there are a few add-ons for this as well that don't come with the starter kit. So if you deal with smaller pieces of metal that won't fit in this, there's a different plate that you can put clamps onto to hold your work. There's also a larger plate that you can clamp things down to, so you can engrave or carve into it. And there's also another large solid plate that will allow you to use this as an annealing or soldering setup that you'll be able to move around like a lazy Susan. But the one downside to all these parts is that there's no storage system that comes with them, so I designed and made my own. And as you can see, it makes everything nice and neat and easy to get to. So with all that said about this tool, it's really easy to use and extremely helpful. But as we all know, convenience comes at a price. And that price for the starter set is $3.99, which I know isn't cheap, but I can honestly say you're getting what you pay for. And with the build quality of this tool, it will last you a lifetime, and then some. But those are just my thoughts after using this, and I'm really interested to hear what you think of this, so leave a comment and let me know. And if you're looking for anything I used in this video, I'll have links to everything in the description below. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!